Catwoman is a 2004 American superhero film loosely based on the DC comic book character Catwoman. It was directed by Pitoff and written by John Rogers, John Bracanto, and Michael Ferris, from the story by Teresa Rebeck. The film stars Halle Berry as Catwoman, plus Benjamin Bratt, Lambert Wilson, Francis Conroy, Alex Borstein, and Sharon Stone in supporting roles. The film centers on Patience Phillips, a meek designer who discovers a conspiracy within the cosmetics company that she works for that involves a dangerous product that could cause widespread health problems. After being discovered and murdered by the conspirators, she is revived by Egyptian cats that grant her superhuman cat-like abilities, allowing her to become the crime-fighting superheroine, Catwoman, while also romancing a detective who pursues her. With Warner Brothers developing Batman Forever in June of 1993, a Catwoman spin-off film was announced. Michelle Pfeiffer was cast to reprise her role from Batman Returns. Tim Burton became attached as director, and producer Dennis Denevy and writer Daniel Waters also returned. In January of 1994, Burton was unsure of his plans to direct the Catwoman or an adaptation of The Full House of Usher. On June 16, 1995, Waters turned in his Catwoman script to Warner Brothers. The same day Batman Forever was released. Waters joked, "Turning it in the day Batman Forever opened may have not been my best logistical move, in that it's the celebration of the fun of the whole family of Batman. Catwoman is definitely not a fun for the whole family kind of script." In an August 1995 interview, Pfeiffer reiterated her interest in the spin-off, but explained her priorities would be challenged as a mother and commitments to other projects. The film laboured in development hell for years, with Ashley Judd as cast as the lead in 2001, but she eventually dropped out. So Nicole Kidman was even considered. When Warner Brothers cancelled Batman vs Superman film scheduled for 2004, the studio decided quickly to produce a Catwoman as a replacement, starring Halle Berry. Berry chose to be involved with the film after the cancellation of Jinx, a James Bond spin-off featuring her character Jacanta Jinx Johnson from Die Another Day in 2002. Produced by Village Roadshow Pictures and Denise Denevy's Denevy Pictures, Catwoman was released theatrically on July 23, 2004 by Warner Brothers Pictures and was a box office failure, grossing $82 million against a $100 million budget. The film received several Golden Raspberry Awards nominations and won in the categories of Worst Picture, Worst Actress, Worst Director, and Worst Screenplay. The film was panned by critics, and many critics consider it to be one of the worst films of all time. Despite these reviews and poor ratings, Catwoman was the highest-grossing female-led superhero film until the release of Wonder Woman in 2017. Now, firstly, as a massive fan of the Batman universe, where can I start with regards to this film? It's so bad, it's actually laughable. It's like Pitoff and the writers were from another realm of the universe and had never heard of Catwoman or Batman, and decided to reinvent the character, and then lost interest halfway. This film was merely a vehicle to capitalize on the fame of, at the time, of Halle Berry, who was fresh off, of course, her much-deserved Oscar for Monsters Ball in 2001. Here she is absolutely awful, but at least she admitted to it, even accepting her own Razzie Award in person for Worst Actress in 2004. She even said, "This is just what my career needed," a semi-sarcastically describing the finished film as a piece of shit and an absolutely god-awful movie. She is so hypersexualized in this movie and has zero character. This film is all about her scantily clad costume and how she prowls around at night with barely anything on. Gone is the nuanced, multi-layered, complex character of Selena Kyle. Here instead we have Patience Phillips, applicably named as you have to have a ton of patience to get through this utter garbage. From the horrific CGI to the absolutely awful acting, in particular from Sharon Stone, who once again proves she's really only capable of one good film in her whole career, that being Basic Instinct. The director of this show, Pitoff, has thankfully retired since. He was primarily known as a visual effects artist, and so why Warner Brothers chose him to direct this absolute mess, I don't exactly know why, but what did they really expect? He best summed it up though in his own words when he said, "I didn't want to be too influenced by the comic book, because the whole point of this movie is to be the first of a movie and to be different. And boy, was it different. It's actually sad when you think of what potential this could have had. Casting an Oscar-winning actress in one of the most fascinating characters in all of Batman canon. Instead, we are given this drivel." This film acts as another insult to the fantastic DC characters, especially after 98's Batman and Robin. Let me save you 104 minutes of your life that you'll never get back, and rather just give this one a miss. There's nothing to enjoy about this movie, and it hopefully remains on the forgotten pile of shockingly bad movies that never deserve to see the light of day. Catwoman gets a 1 out of 10.